about being a dad is you just learn how innately selfish you are, and how much you have to shed that and learn how to think about somebody else's life before your own.
Right.
And I think marriage is sort of that way, definitely that way, but then a child is like a whole nother level of that.
Yes.
And it's really a positive thing. I think that was what God intended in my mind, that this is the way that you kind of can take your eyes off of yourself and be only all about yourself all the time. When you partner with somebody and then you have a child, it's like you learn so much more about life and how to be, I think, a better human being, really. God gave us a very strong-willed child, and she knows what she wants, and if you tell her that it's not best for her, she doesn't believe you. So we have learned, and I don't think that spanking is necessary for every child, but I think our child it is.
Right.
And so we do spank her, and I think there's a fine line between spanking in love and spanking in anger, and so you have to be really careful, I think, as a parent, that you're not, I mean, you can be angry, but you don't want to take it out on your child.
Absolutely.
And so we're careful with that, and we don't spank in public places. We do it privately, and we explain to her why she's being disciplined like this, and then we make sure to hold her and love her. And it's interesting, her response is never to flee from me when I discipline her that way. Her response is to come to me and to hold me, and I explain to her, this is why Daddy had to spank you. And I think discipline is very important if you're going to create a citizen of the world that is responsible and understands consequences. And so I think that, you know, discipline has been really important, and we've seen her grow and learn, you know, when things are dangerous or when she needs to listen and Dad said no. So you need to understand that you have to obey when Dad and Mom say no.
If you were to tell me what is your number one parenting philosophy, what would that be?
I think I would say just to raise your child with love and grace, because I think if you grow up in a home where if you fail or if you don't meet the expectations of your parents and you never feel their acceptance of you or their forgiveness for your failures, I think that that's a really lonely life, and they carry that as an adult. Give them grace, you know, let them fail and accept them, let them misbehave and correct them and accept them. So I think, you know, I'm really new at this and I have a ton to learn, but I do know that love and grace are very important.
So you have a 2-year-old, 2-year-old girl, probably just starting potty training.
Yes.
A lot of dads don't know what to do with that either.
Right.
So what is your reactions, thoughts, and how are you guys dealing with it?
Okay, so it's brand new to us.
Okay,
so
brand
we
new.
have a lot to learn. But so yesterday, momentous occasion.
Okay.
I wasn't there, but my wife texted me, Aria went pee in the toilet. And I didn't even know that we had transitioned it. Like, I saw the little toilet, but I hadn't yet seen Aria trying to go in there. So, I mean, this literally in the last couple of days is when we first busted it out. My wife was gone last night, and it was time to take Aria to bed, and Aria said that she wanted to try to go potty, and so I'm like, okay. So I take off her diaper, and she sits on the thing, and she keeps getting up and laughing and sitting back down, and she's all happy doing it. And then she kind of looks like she's doing something like groaning a little bit, and then she stands up. And she looks there and she like takes a step back and she seems like kind of like scared, and she looks again and and then I said, did you go potty? And she's like, yep. I'm like, you did? Yep. And so I run over, and sure enough, and you're supposed to heap praise on them, right?
Right.
So, and I was proud of her because it was her first time like
Absolutely.
really going like numero dos. So I just was, you know, I gave her a high five and I was like, that's great. I took some pictures.
Right.
My life as a dad.
Sponsored by Daddy & Company, the perfect gifts for dad.